Good evening, people of the internet, and today in my Minecraft Forever world we're going to be building an unlimited firework factory. All of the fireworks we need to fly around all of the time without any issues with the Elytra that we got in the last episode. And to be able to do that, what we're going to need to do first is we've got two phases to this plan. We've got phase 1, which is the Gunpowder Farm, and phase 2, which is the Sugarcane Farm. So guys, the way we're going to do this is if I just fly up into the sky quickly, as you can see there is a big ocean all the way over there, and that's where we're going to be building the Gunpowder Farm. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go to the Nether and we're going to build a Nether portal to help us get to the ocean so we can start building the Gunpowder Farm. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get a flint and steel along with, we've only got 3 obsidian, that's not really that good. I'm going to get these so we can go and build some portals in the Nether. I am actually just going to come to the top of this hill really quick, guys, and just get some more obsidian just in case we need to build some extra portals. Okay guys, so obsidian acquired. As you can see, we've got 31 here, which should be enough to get us a portal. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to fly over to this ocean and we're going to get the coordinates and write them down so we can go to the Nether and place the portal in the correct place to basically get us here. So guys, here we are, and I'm just going to go down here quickly and place this shulker box to get some wood out real quick. And what we're going to do is we're just going to build up just here and build ourselves a little platform. So I'm just flying above the ocean here to pick a space where we're going to build the farm, but I have just noticed that just down here, where's it gone?
I'm fast as fuck, boy!
Here we are, guys. We have actually just found a shipwreck, so let's have a little loot at this and see what we can find. Nothing good, unfortunately. This is all absolute rubbish. We'll take the smithing templates and we'll take the carrots as well, just in case we want to start a carrot farm. So what I'm thinking is I have just found at this little island here. So we use this as our sort of base camp. We can build the farm up from here. I've got an idea for how we're going to make it look even better later on. Okay, so really quickly, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to build a portal right here. Actually, we'll put these down 2 blocks. And there we go, guys. There is our portal made for the Gunpowder Farm. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to take the coordinates down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fly home really quickly and we're going to go through the Nether and we're going to find those coordinates on the Nether roof and place a portal there so we've got easy access to get to the farm. The world is looking so cool, guys, when you're flying in at night. Look how sick this looks with all the lights and stuff. It looks looking great. Wow. What we should do first is take a little nap.
No.
So now if we just head into the Nether, we'll go and find the coordinates for the portal and we shall place it down. Here we are, guys. We've just come into the Nether, and what we need to do is we actually need to divide these coordinates by 8. So 1300 over 8 is 162.5, and minus 103 divided by 8 is, of course, minus 12.8. So obviously the 0.8 doesn't really matter as long as we get it on the block. But what we're going to do is let's go to these coordinates and place the portal down. And here we are, guys, 162 right there, and minus 12. So what we'll do now is let's place a portal down. Like so, place some torches, and what we'll do is we'll light this, and hopefully this should now link up with the Gunpowder Farm. And there we go, guys, just like that, the portals are linked up. So what I'm going to do now really quickly is I actually just want to move all of the portals in the Nether that are below the Nether roof on top of the Nether roof, just so we can get to everything really easy. So let's go and do that. So just coming down below the Nether roof, guys, we actually have a few portals that we need to move. So just coming down here, guys, this is the portal that takes us to the stronghold where also the end portal is located. So what we're going to do is we're just going to write down the coordinates of this, which is 37 and 260. So let's mine this up and then build it on top of the roof. Just like so. Here we go. Let's light this. And this should link us to the stronghold. So let's see if it works. And there we go, guys. Happy days. Right, so now the next one we need to do is move the portal for the witch farm. And there we go, guys. The witch farm portal has been completed. So let's see if it works. And of course it does. Happy days. Now then, whilst we're here, we do actually need to get some soul sands to craft some soul campfires for the Gunpowder Farm. So let's go find that. Oh, yo, we found another ghast, guys. But Rose just chilling. Oh, calm it down, sunshine. Here we go, here we go. Can we get him? There we go. Lovely stuff.
Lovely stuff. Not my words, Michael. The words of Shakin' Stevens.
Here we go, guys. We have just found some soul sand. So let's get this mined up. I'm not quite sure how much we're going to need, but let's just get loads of it anyway. We have just acquired 4 stacks of soul sand, so let's get back to the overworld and turn these into soul campfires. So guys, back from the Nether now, we are just going to empty our inventory real quick. But what we need to do is we need to make soul campfires. And how do we do those? Okay, so we need wood, sticks, and soul sand. And there we go, guys. We've got 30 soul campfires now. I think that should be enough for the farm, but we'll see. Okay, guys, so I have actually already been and gathered the materials for this farm just to save time. So what we've got, if we place them down here, we've got some building blocks in there, more building blocks, and we've got most of the redstone bits we need to build the farm. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start building, and I'll check in with you guys in just a sec. Now then, so what we have done is we've actually finished off the farm. We've placed the trapdoors in on every layer, and I've just finished the redstone for it. Really, really simple. You've just got 13 repeaters on each side, all set to 4 ticks, and this lever obviously turns on and off the farm. And obviously, if we go into free cam very quickly, as you can see, when it eventually comes round, here we go. Just as it comes around now, as you can see, guys, all of the water is dispensed evenly across the farm, which will obviously push all of the creepers off the platforms into the water and to their unfortunate death. Now then, so the farm is obviously completely operational, apart from the fact that if we just fly out here quickly, as you guys can see, the platforms are not spawn-proofed, and the way we're going to do this is usually you would have a massive platform on top of this farm, which obviously stops the sunlight getting to the spawning areas. What we're going to do is we're actually going to use...
what he's doing?
We're actually going to use, guys, tinted glass. What we need to do is we need to get loads of glass and loads of amethyst shards, and we're going to make tinted glass, and we're basically going to place that glass a couple blocks away from each platform, all the way around it. Basically going to make a big tinted glass column, which is going to go all the way up to the top of the farm. And this will make the light level inside the farm completely zero, because obviously it's tinted glass, which doesn't let any light through. That will allow the creepers to spawn to their maximum capability, rather than having a big platform at the top of the farm. And then once we've done that, is we're going to be building up sort of like a stone cliff all the way around this farm, so it looks like it's not just floating. We're going to have stone all the way around the outside here, going up like rocks, and then on the top I think we're going to do maybe sort of like some trees and some flowers, just to make it sort of blended with the scenery a little bit more. So what we need to do now is we need to go and get loads of glass and loads of amethyst shards to craft the tinted glass, and then we'll be back in a minute. Now then, I have just come down to my strip mine, and I do remember there is an amethyst shard, sphere or whatever you want to call it, just here. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to use my fortune-free pickaxe and collect all of these amethyst crystals. I think they're called amethyst shards, sorry. We're going to use these to obviously make all of the tinted glass. We might need to find more than one of these guys, but I'm sure we'll be fine finding them because they're quite common. So let's get on with getting all the shards. Now then, what I've done, guys, is I've been and got loads of tinted glass and some normal glass as well. I've used up all the amethyst that I managed to collect to create this glass. I don't think it's going to be enough to do this, so we might have to go and get some more later. But for now, let's start placing it in and see where we end up. I have actually just placed in all of that tinted glass I had in my inventory, and as you can see, it's not got us very far. So I think what we're going to do is let's just go and get loads and loads of amethyst shards, and we'll turn all of this glass into tinted glass, and hopefully we can then finish the rest of the farm. Now then, guys, I have just been and got loads more tinted glass. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start placing this in once again, and hopefully this will get us all of the farm completed, and then we can start detailing it. Now then, as you can see, guys, I have actually finished placing in all of the tinted glass for the farm. I've put a layer of stone on the roof just because we're having just the trapdoors. It actually let light through into the farm for some reason. So I've had to place some stone here to make it completely spawnable for the creepers. But we're going to be sort of expanding this and making it look a lot better anyway, so the stone isn't going to be an issue. But apart from that, what we've done is say we've got tinted glass going all the way down. And I say, if you look inside, if I just go into free cam real quick, we do actually have some creepers up here chilling, about to fall down to their unfortunate death.
Do a George Michael.
And if we just come down here as well, guys, as you can see in the storage system, we've already got some gunpowder rolling in. This has probably been from the last couple minutes or so since I placed a stone on the roof to actually let them spawn. I did also build an AFK platform up here just because on the tutorial video for the farm, I will link it in the description, guys, for you if you do want to build it yourself. The creator did mention to come up to Y level 180 to AFK. So if I stand up here and then just coming into free cam quickly and just coming down here, guys, as you can see, if we just wait for the water to turn off. As you can see, guys, here we go. Obviously, we've got loads of creepers spawning in here, and there's a few spiders which spawn in as well, but obviously there's nothing we can do about that. Yeah, so that is the farm completely operational. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm actually going to transform this farm and actually make it look good rather than it just being a big eyesore in the middle of the ocean. And the way that we're going to do that is we just fly down here quickly. What I'm going to do is I've brought loads of stone with me. Here it is. What we're going to do is we're going to sort of build up some stone walls leading onto this platform here. And obviously we're going to detail it with andesite and cobblestone and maybe some stone bricks. And my plan is to sort of make it look like it's a rock formation coming out of the ocean. Then the tinted glass just be going up. And then on the top, we're going to do the same sort of thing, have sort of like a stone boulder trim around the outside of it. And then we're going to just have some grass and trees on the top and make use of that flower farm that I built in the last episode. So let's get to work and start placing in all of the stone. Now then, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a progress update, and as you can see here, I have placed in the stone for the sort of foundations of the creeper farm as such. Obviously, if we just fly over here a little bit, and if we turn back, there you go, guys. You can sort of see I've given it a rough shape just out of stone for now, but it's going to be detailed a lot more with andesite and cobblestone and stone bricks later on. If we fly down just down here, I have actually sort of started bringing this down to the seabed as well, place some kelp in a little bit like that. I still need to do this all the way around the outside, and obviously bring all of this down as well, which is what I'm going to do now. And then once this is done, we'll start texturing this, and then once all the texturing's done, we're actually going to sort of extend these probably sort of something like this, so it looks like the sort of the rocks will be holding up the farm as such. So they're all going to come, you know, up like sort of like a concave type shape. And then my plan for the top is to say I'm going to do a very similar thing. I'm going to have the sort of stone just ever so slightly overhanging the top of the farm, and then we're going to have sort of like a stone andesite boulder rim around the outside, and then there's going to be a layer of grass hiding this bit of redstone. We'll obviously make something more accessible for the lever so we can turn on and off the farm. And then up here I'm just going to have loads of trees and flowers, like I said earlier, to make use of the farm, which we put in the last episode. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to carry on placing the stone, get this all the way down to the seabed and get it looking finished, and then we'll start detailing. So let's get on with that. It appears that we have a friend. What have you got for us, good sir? eBay, nothing useful as... Oh, what the hell is an oak? Lost my... I have no idea what that is. But nothing useful. And on that bombshell, it's time for you to go. Toodle pip, cheerio, nice to see you. To see you, nice.
Bye, have a great time.
Now then, guys, I have just finished placing in the last of the stone. If we just take a little swim down here, as you can see, I've placed it all the way down to the ocean bed or ocean floor, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it's looking pretty good, to be honest. We just take a fly up here really quick. As you can see, looking at it from the top, it's looking really good now. You can definitely see the sort of shape that it's trying to be. And I say, I've sort of blended it into the landscape around the area. And yeah, I'm not going to lie, I'm quite happy with it, to be honest. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to start placing in some andesite and some cobblestone and get this detailed a little bit. And I'll be back in a minute. Now then, guys, just a little update for you. As you can see, I have actually been around here and... detailed the rocks with andesite, cobblestone, some slabs and some stairs, and in my opinion it is looking much better already. As you can see, it's looking a lot more sort of detailed. Doesn't look like a big blob of stone anymore. It actually looks like it should be there. So what my plan is now, I've got some moss blocks and some leaves and some azaleas, and I'm going to place these on the top and sort of make the top grass / moss and make it look a bit nice. I'm going to plant some, maybe do some custom trees and put some flowers down in there, and I'm also going to put some kelp around the outside like I've already done down here, just to detail a bit more. So let's get on with that. Now then, guys, as you can see, I have actually just placed in some azalea trees and given them a little bit of a trim just to, because usually when you grow them, they grow like really off-sided for some reason. So I've planted them, given them a bit of a trim with some shears, and I've just nipped over to the flower farm, which we built last episode. I'm just going to place a few of these flowers in like so. I'm also just going to place in some leaves every now and then, guys, just for a little bit more detail as well. I'm actually going to place some of these down onto the cliff face, just to give it a little bit of green, to break up all of the greyness that we have here. But yeah, already that's looking quite good. So let's place these in, I'll be back in a sec. Now then, guys, as you can see, I have actually finished the bottom half now. So I've placed in a little bit of sand here and there and some gravel down the bottom just for extra detail. Finished all the flowers and the trees. I've added in this stone brick wall just on the bottom of the farm. just because when it wasn't there, the glass didn't quite match up to the sort of moss and flowers that great. So I've added this stone brick in just so it sort of, you know, connects better together and doesn't look as out of place, which, I say, if you look at it from a distance, it works quite well. It almost looks like a bit of a rundown castle type thing, so I quite like it. But what we need to do now is we need to sort the top out. So let's get on with that. So guys, like I said earlier, my plan for up here is I'm going to try and make this like a cliff face type thing. So I'm just going to build out a little bit on here. I'm going to try and make it so it's sort of like overhanging. So say you got the glass, if I just fly out quickly. As I say, you've got the glass obviously going up to here. So I want this sort of section. I want it to sort of overhang like a cliff. And then I say there's then going to be grass and stuff on top, just like it is down at the bottom. So I'm going to try and get this built up to a rough shape that I like, and I'll be back in a sec. Now then guys, as you can see, the outside of the Gunpowder Farm is actually finished. It's looking really, really good now. We've placed in some the glowberry vines and some extra bricks here just for a little bit of extra detail to make it look like it's sort of holding up the farm. And yeah, it's looking really, really good. I'm really happy with it. And as you can see, we've detailed the top. We've got the trees in here, the flowers, and just some grass. And I've left in a little scaffold just here so we can come down and turn the farm on when we want to use it. Now then guys, I have just popped over to the mesa quickly because I want to grab some red terracotta to use as the walls in the Gunpowder Farm. And I have just started mining this out, but I was recording on OBS and realised that my microphone was muted, so I'm having to re-record the clip now, which is silly me. So yeah, I'm just going to mine up some red terracotta real quick and get a couple stacks, and then we'll start working on the inside of the Gunpowder Farm. And here we go guys, this is the inside of the Gunpowder Farm now completed. I decided to go with the red terracotta just because I thought sort of gunpowder, you know, makes TNT, so I thought if we go with something red, gives it that maybe sort of like TNT vibe, I guess. We've had a sandstone floor just because I thought the colour combination was quite nice. We finished off the stone bricks inside here now, so this is all finished. And then just some basic detailing like, you know, stairs and trapdoors and a little storage area and of course the bed. And I've moved the portal back and made it a bit bigger to fill the space as well. And I think this is looking really, really good, to be honest. And I say if we just fly out here as well, your farm is obviously completely done, and I'm really happy with how this has turned out. And I say if we look at it now, the glowberries have actually grown a bit more, and it's looking really cool, to be honest, guys. But what we need to do now is we actually now need to go and complete the second half of this video, and we need to build a sugarcane farm. So let's go back to the village and get to work on building the sugarcane farm. Finally, I've probably disenchanted this book like 25 times to get Unbreaking, but finally, there we go, guys. We have finally got an Unbreaking book that we can quickly put on our Elytra, which now means I haven't got to come and repair it literally every 10 minutes, so happy days. Now then, let's get on with the sugarcane farm. This is actually where I want the sugarcane farm to go, and I have just started placing in sort of like a rough idea for a building. I'm making it fairly big because obviously I want a substantial size sugarcane farm, and I've sort of marked it out. Where the planks are will be a row of sugarcane, so we'll have one here, a row of water, 2 sugarcane, water, etc. On top of that, we'll have a flying machine which will automatically destroy the sugarcane, just like we have in the super smelter on the bamboo farm. Now I'll just throw in some clips now of me building this little structure here. I do have some replay clips, so I'll throw those in now so you guys can have a look at that. But my basic idea for this is going to be sort of like a factory house sort of hybrid type thing, and over here this is going to be an outside like workshop area. So I've built these like stone pillars up, and I'm thinking I'm going to have not an apex roof but maybe like a slightly slanted roof. I want a similar shape to what we have here on our temporary villager training hall, like a barn type shape. And if we just fly back over here quickly, my plan is to obviously have that sort of come just like this over the pillars, and then in here we'll have some, you know, we'll have like, this is going to be a fireplace, and then we'll have a chimney going up, we'll have sort of some workbenches. Yeah, it's going to be quite cool. And then going on the inside, I'm using a mixture of terracotta and brick here for our sort of base walls. The second floor I've not quite decided yet whether I want to use brick or a different material. I might use spruce wood, I'm not sure yet. Then on the upper layer I'm probably going to use either white wall or white terracotta just for a little bit of extra detail. And coming inside, what we have here is we're going to have a 3 wide stone brick pathway going all the way around it, obviously with the farm in the center, and most likely it's going to be extended out to probably at least the edge of this grass, give or take. So it's going to be quite a big building, but it's going to fill the space quite nicely, I think. So what I'm going to do first, guys, is before we do anything, I do kind of want to gather a little bit of resources for this build. The main resource we're going to need is these deep slate bricks. I already have loads of brick and terracotta anyway, and if we need some more terracotta, I've already got a beacon set up in the mesa, so we can go and get that if we need it. But we don't have too many deep slate bricks. So my plan to get these is using a lot of TNT from the gunpowder farm that we've just built. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and get some sand from the storage system. We're going to make some TNT with the gunpowder, and we're going to go down to our mine and make lots of explosions. So let's get on with that. Should probably sleep first though, because it is getting to night. I am just coming into the storage room quickly because I'm just going to grab a shulker box to fill up with gunpowder. How much sand have we got? Oh, not too much. I think I've got a shulker box of sand over in the cave from last episode. So let's just go and have a quick look over there. And here we go. In the cave we have arrived. So I think it's this top one here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got loads of sand in there. So let's go fill this shulker box up with gunpowder, and then we can start making loads of TNT. It's so much nicer as well, guys, having all of my portals on the roof of the nether, because I can just get everywhere in the world so much quicker now, rather than having to walk on the underside of the nether through all of the tricky terrain and difficult mobs. But here we are in the gunpowder farm. So let's just place this shulker down. I've already taken some gunpowder from this chest, but let's take out the rest and fill this shulker. Go, guys, we've got an entire shulker filled with gunpowder now. We've already starting to run quite low on the gunpowder supplies from this farm. I did take out quite a bit earlier to make some firework rockets and took back home, but I think we might have to do another AFK session quite soon, but we'll see about that. I do just need to get a flint and steel quickly to ignite all the TNT. I have just crafted all of this up quickly, but me being me, I obviously forgot to record it. And to be fair, we didn't actually use that much. We used about half a shulker of gunpowder, which is not too bad. And as I say, that, you know, the amount of fireworks that we're going to get out of that is going to last us forever. Considering how fast the farm is as well, we can just do a short AFK session. We'll have more than enough to last us. What we're going to do now is we're going to go down here all the way down to deep slate level, and we're simply just going to mine a tunnel out, and we're just going to explode it and then just collect all of the deep slate. So I suppose it makes sense to actually do this at diamond level, just so we might have a chance of finding some diamonds, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's go here. If I just place a torch down, let's mine this direction a fair few blocks and fill it with TNT and see what we discover. Okay then, so I have mined out a corridor. It's not massively long, but I just want to give this a little test and see how we do. So I'm going to place the TNT sort of every 2 or 3 blocks or so it should ignite itself once the one before it has exploded. There we go. If we just light this and stand back. And there we go, guys. It is actually working. And there we go. We've actually got some diamonds already. I knew this would be a good idea. Oh, a little 4 vein, actually. Cheeky.
Ah, cheeky boy.
There's no point in us getting the redstone because we have a witch farm. We've got so much redstone, guys. It's ridiculous. And there you go. Look how much deep slate we've got already. This would have taken me so long to mine it out. So I think the TNT was definitely the best option. And we found more diamonds. Let's go. I think if we do this a couple more times, we're going to be rich, guys, honestly. So that sort of blew up, I want to say a 3x3 area. So if we just come this way, maybe it leaves about 2 blocks and then go down here, give or take. So let's mine this out. And there we go, guys. That is another tunnel completed. So let's just light this. Here we go. It's still exploding. We're already nearly... Our inventory's already full already. We're going to have to place a shulker down. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we've got any diamonds this time, but we're definitely getting more than enough deep slate for the build that we're going to do. Oh, I tell a lie. We do have some diamonds. Let's go. How many have we got? 2? Just 2? Any more for any more? No. I suppose we should probably mine all these diamonds up and see how many we get. There we go, guys. We've got 27 diamonds from that. And I'm not going to lie, that's pretty good just for placing some TNT down. I just want to say, guys, that from the distance, the creeper farm looks so cool just sat there in the water. I say the detail of it doesn't look that great from here because I'm using the Voxy mod. But even with the Voxy mod, it still looks so cool just sat there ominously in the distance. Fly through the hoop. Yes, we can. Lovely. Ow, that hurt. Okay then, so my plan for this, as I say, this is where I want the sugarcane, but I am just going to lower this down ever so slightly. So guys, I have just placed in this deep slate, sort of like a rough idea of where we want our minecart tracks to go. So plan is I'm going to have them go down the edge here, and then it's going to get to this end and do a bit of a U-E, go down, another U-turn, come down, and obviously keep repeating until it gets to the end. Just a quick one for you. I've placed in the majority of the minecart tracks now. I have run out, so I'm going to need to get some more to do this. But I did actually have a thought that obviously we're going to have water in the spaces here. And obviously when the sugarcane gets harvested, it potentially could fall into this gap. So I've tried experimenting with the minecarts, trying to figure out a way to do it with the water. But I think it's just going to be too much of a faff. So my next plan is obviously we're going to have water on these blocks here. And then I'm going to place hoppers below every single block of water. So if any sugarcane, for whatever reason, falls into this gap, it will still be picked up by the hoppers and sent into the storage system. Wow. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go and get some more rails and powered rails as well. I'm going to get all of this finished. I'm going to build the minecart loader and unloader, and I'll be back in a minute. So I have just built this, guys, and I just want to test if it works quick. So I'm thinking if I just place 11 redstone dust there, for example, and if we just quickly put this hopper in there and send it, if that picks up the dust, will it stop? It's stopping, it's unloading. When this gets to 11, will that go off again? No. What's gone wrong there then? I've been an idiot and I placed redstone dust instead of a torch. There we go. So now that that is in place, if we put, let's put a stack of grass blocks on here. If that picks it up and offloads it into that hopper with no issues, that is the minecart sorted. And then this hopper here, I'm going to feed that into a item elevator, which is then going to go into the storage system. And obviously, I'm going to link in every row of hoppers as well. It's just coming back now. So is this going to work? Pulling up, it's unloading. Happy days. Here we are. We're just getting to the end of it now. So a couple more items left to go. Will this shoot off again? Happy days, there we go. Right, the minecart collection is sorted. So let's get on with putting all of this together. What I have finished is I've placed in all of the hoppers now in each of the rows, if I can actually walk up the stairs correctly. And there you go, I've placed in the hoppers in all of the rows, and I've linked them down into the dropper here, and I've also linked in the output of the minecart into this as well. So say if you put items into here, let's put in a couple of wood, it automatically dispenses the items out, and obviously it's doing that for both the minecart and the hoppers as well. They both feed into this, and then this is going to be in an item elevator, which will then shoot it into the storage system. So what I'm thinking is also we're going to have the stone pathway coming around the outside, and what I'm thinking is in this corner we'll have a glass sort of column going up so you can see the items moving through it whilst you're inside the building, and then that's going to go into a storage system which will probably sit in this area here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go and get the bits to build this item elevator, and I'm going to place in a rough sort of a guide for the storage system, and I'll be back once I've got that in place. Now then, guys, as you can see, I have made quite a bit of progress on the build itself. I've decided to swap the middle layer of blocks to a mixture of polished diorite and diorite, just because I think having brick again would just be way too much brick and it would just look really boring and plain. And at the minute, having the brick and terracotta contrast into the diorite, I'm really liking how this is looking. And I say once we got some more details in there, like windows and stairs and stuff to be a bit more shape, it's going to look really, really good. We did have this staircase here originally, but I've added an extra one in here, which is going to go down to a little dock. It's going to sort of match that side over there, but on this one, it's going to go this way. So that's going to be here. And if we just come onto the inside quick, as you can see, I have placed in the floor. We've used chiseled stone bricks as the outline, just because I thought it looked quite cool. We have actually placed in all of the sugarcane as well, and we've got the flying machine working. And as you can see, if I look in this chest just here, we've already got quite a lot of sugarcane, so the farm is working well. I also ended up building the item elevator. So this comes up this glass tube. If you put some items in here quickly, as you can see, here they go. They fly up the item elevator into some hoppers and end up in the chest. What I was saying on the item elevator is obviously, as you can see, the items are flowing up here now, and they go go into the hoppers in the back. And I really wanted to sort of incorporate this into the build itself. So I've placed in a rough outline with the deep slate tiles here, which go all the way around. And as I say, this area here is not really going to be accessible. It's sort of just going to be like a service area. So we are going to have a door on the back, but say we're not really going to use that. It's just there for show, to be honest. This here, as you can see, I've built a rough sort of outline on the item elevator. I'm going to have maybe some stairs and trapdoors in here just for a bit of extra detail. But I just thought it was a really cool idea to incorporate that so that when we're walking through the village like so, obviously at some point this is all going to be filled with buildings in the future. But if you just imagine we're walking through here and I say over there, you can just get a little snippet of the item elevator. And obviously there'll be a wall on either side so we can't see straight through to the hoppers. And yeah, it's coming along quite nicely. And if we just come down here, I am going to have this as another sort of like service door so we can get down to this if we ever need to do anything like that. But I just thought it'd be cool to have sort of like a basement area as such, because it's just from having this, it just sort of adds like depth to the build and just makes it sort of come more alive rather than just being like a completely square box, if you know what I mean. And obviously once this fireplace is in and that chimney's going up and we can have an apex roof here. And then my plan on this side as well. My plan on this side as well is I want to have an apex roof over the center bit there, center to the door. And then probably just like a slanted roof on this bit here, sort of similar to what we have going on the bamboo farm over there. And I'd also like to have another apex. So there's going to be an apex roof here again, obviously matching the other side. But I also want to have one, just a slightly smaller one, just sort of that type of shape there, just going over the item elevator. And then say I'm probably going to trim this corner off here and make that a slanted roof. And obviously just leave way for the doorway. But yeah, at the minute it's coming along really well, guys, and I'm quite enjoying how this is looking. And I say, to match up with our already finished gunpowder farm over there, it's going to look like quite a cool build. And it's obviously just another build to have in the village as well. And I say this village is coming along really well, and I say the more farms that we want to build, the more houses we're going to build, and soon this place is going to be full up and it's going to look really good. And in one episode as well, we also need to start doing all of the detailing on the grass and stuff like that, because at the minute there's quite a lot of dead space in the world, as in like bits like this. This sort of needs to be detailed. We need to finish off the docks. We need to detail this. And as you can see, there's a lot of sort of dead spaces like here and here. We need to finish this building as well at some point. Let's say we just need to detail everything and make it look not as empty as it does. And I think once we've got sort of trees in areas like this and areas like this, and it all starts to come together, it's going to look really good, guys. So on that bombshell, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and get some diorite and place in the rest of the walls and start getting a bit more of a defined shape for how this building's going to look. So let's get on with that. Now then, guys, as you can see, I have got the main sort of shape of the roof on the house. I've more or less finished this side. It still needs a little bit more detailing, like glass and some window sills down here, and obviously finishing off this dock area. If you just fly to the other side very quickly, there you go. As you can see, I put a window in here. I might put another one in this corner yet, but I'm not too sure at the minute. I'm just thinking I don't want to overdo it, but I'm thinking another little similar size to this one, just in that corner there, could be quite cool. I have changed these pillars from stone bricks and andesite to a mixture of brick and granite, just because with the stone roof, it was getting a little bit lost in the picture. So I thought if I do that, it'll blend in a bit more and look a lot nicer. So we've done that. This side, if we just land on our clock tower, this is still looking quite empty, but we just need to place in the blue terracotta and detail it a little bit more. But there's not that much else to do, to be honest. And somehow I managed to catch 4 pillagers in the boat here on the river, guys. So these guys can live here forever now. So my plan of action now, guys, is I'm just going to finish off the last little bits on this side. I'm going to get the walls in, get all the glass in, and get the last bits of detailing done. Then I'm going to move on to detailing the roof and just finishing off everything. And then once that's all done, we can actually move on to doing the inside of the house. And on the inside, I'm just going to do a really probably simple open apex roof here, just match the stone, have the exposed windows, and then obviously the rest of it's sort of just dead space anyway, so I might just block it off. So the inside's not going to take too long at all. But yeah, let's crack on with the rest of the outside and hopefully try and get this done as soon as possible. Now then, guys, as you would have seen from the replay clips that I would have just thrown in the video, house is well, it's done, to be honest. Everything's now finished on it. We've got all the roof finished, got all that detailed. I've placed in some flower beds and various flowers from the flower farm we built last episode. It's really coming in handy, that farm, I must say. We seem to be using it quite a lot. Finished off all the detailing around here. Hang on, let me sleep quickly because I can't be running around in the dark. There we go, much better. It's daytime now. Let's have a better look. As you can see, we've got flower beds around the outside now. The wall for this door is finally in place and detailed. We've placed various lanterns around the outside. I probably should place some more on the walls, to be honest, just rather than having torches on the grass here. We've also got the fireplace intact. This is all looking rather nice in here. We've got a nice new detailed floor. I also added another entrance just here, just because I thought you know, I want to try and make it a little bit unique and quirky. So this just looked like a pretty cool place to put it. So I put it there. All the inside is done. We added some nice wooden arches going through the roof, and then obviously just sort of copied the roof that we have on the outside on the inside, really. Added in these, you know, extra beams here and some iron bars for extra detail. And I'm not going to lie, just having a simple interior like this, it works. It looks really good. We've also got the glass on top of the sugarcane farm now, so that's all sealed up. And as you can see, even in this chest, it's working quite well. We've got a lot of sugarcane already. And in this chest just here, we have loads of rockets, because the more gunpowder and sugar I put in these chests, the more it automatically crafts rockets. It's just brilliant. Wow. And there we go, guys. That is the sugarcane farm completed. That is the gunpowder farm completed, and now we have unlimited firework rockets to use our elytra with that we got in the last episode. So there you go. And on that bombshell, it is time to come to the end of the episode. So I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still around right now, to see you in the next episode, where I think I'm going to go around and just fix all the little nooks and crannies with the world that have been really bugging me. So I hope to see you next week. Peace out.